Welcome to my Pilates class today. This will be good for beginners to intermediates, whatever level you are. Just going to be about an hour's long. Just take everything at your own pace. Just really start to focus your mind and your body and get ready for today's class. So when we're ready, start in seating nice and tall, lifting up from the crown of the head, just closing the eyes for a moment, just resting the hands softly on the knees. And in your own time, taking a deep inhale through the nose. Feel the belly expanding and out through the mouth. Just starting to focus the mind on the body, on the muscles, and getting focused for today's class. It's really important in Pilates to really use that breath to really connect to those deeper muscles and to help us perform the exercises with the right technique. So when you're ready, taking one final deep breath in your own time and slowly blinkering your eyes open. We're just going to drop the head to the right side here, just taking a gentle stretch down the neck flexor, starting to mobilize from the body, from the top to the toes, just gently rolling it through center to reach the other side. Just really starting to loosen up those muscles, getting ready for the remainder of today's class. And just dropping it through center once more, bringing it back to a neutral position. So still thinking about that lovely tall posture here. Take a nice big inhale, opening that chest up towards the ceiling, stretching through the top of the body, and then contracting backwards, using the strength of the arms to just pull that upper back away. Should feel really nice through the spine. And just taking it slightly more dynamically now, we're going to open and contract back. So a lovely fluid movement here through the spine, really starting to mobilize, release any tension and get us ready for today's class. Good. Just take one more in your own time. And coming back to that neutral position. Just taking the hands out to the side, take a nice big inhale, stretching over here, reaching towards that right side, lifting out those seat bones, reaching the fingertips away, really opening up into the sides of the bodies, into the obliques. We'll be using them a lot today in today's class. And then just gently walking yourself all the way forward to reach the other side. Again, take a nice big breath, reaching out, lifting out those seat bones. Just breathing into it here, really feel that body opening. And then just gently coming back to center once more. Just take a moment and just reach those arms away from you. Stretching through the shoulders here, opening up a little bit deeper into that lower back. Good. When you're ready, slowly walking those hands towards center. And we'll start today in an all fours position. So when we're in all fours, we really want to think about our lovely flat back here. So really focusing on having that really strong positioning. So we want hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, and really aiming to have that nice flat back. So we're initiating those core muscles, switching them on. Really want to focus in Pilates on deriving the movement from the core. So straight away switching on those muscles. Just going to take a few cat-cows just to finish mobilizing the spine. Take a nice big inhale, looking up towards the sky. And exhale, arching up. Looking between your legs here, really lifting out those shoulders. Just taking a few flows just like this. just to really make sure that that spine is nice and warm. Using your breath to guide you here. The last ones. And coming back to that neutral position here. So really want to make sure that we've got that strong starting point before we begin any exercises. So really taking a moment to check on your posture, and when you're ready, we're going to extend that right leg out behind us. I'm just going to start with some leg lifts. So keeping the hips nice and square here. We're just lifting and lowering that leg. Really working through that glute to pick up that leg. Extending through that hamstring. Nice. Keep going here for a few more. Squeezing through the core still. Really want to isolate that movement. We want that leg to be the only thing moving here. Good. Let's take 4 more here. 3. Keep going. 2. 1. We're going to keep that leg nice and high here. Flexing that foot. We're going to take some hamstring curls. So we're curling that heel in towards our bum here. Really keeping the height of that leg. Squeezing through the back of the legs. Squeezing into the glute. Good. Your leg should be burning now. Good. Keep it up. Let's go for 4 more here. We got 3. Still squeezing through the core. And on the last one, keeping that foot. Going to take some donkey kick pulses now. So really squeezing in the muscle underneath the glute here. Good. My leg is on fire. My glutes are on fire. Keep going here. Let's go for 8. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax it back down. Push yourself back into a child's pose for a moment. Take a nice big deep inhale through the nose. And exhale, let it all go out the mouth. Good job. Just a quick little rest here. And then we're coming straight back into that all fours position. And let's finish off that sequence. So we're going to extend that leg behind us. And we're going to introduce a little press up now. So as we lower the upper body towards the ground, we're going to rise that leg up. So taking that same leg raise as before, just taking it slightly deeper, working into the upper body by adding a little press up here. So really want you to try and work on lowering the upper body at the same time as the leg rises, just like a seesaw. Good. So still squeezing through the glute, squeezing through the hamstring, trying to aim that nose for the ground. Good. Let's go for 2 more here. We inhale as we lower. Lovely. Squeezing through the core. Last one. And relax it back in. Coming back into center. Preparing again, making sure we've got that lovely strong posture. We're going to extend that right leg with the left arm here. We're going to lift, lower, and come back into center. So working on some bird dogs here, just really trying to work on the coordination of the body here. So really want to work from this movement coming from the center, coming from that core. Good. Challenging our coordination a little bit here today as well. So really have to focus that mind to really get that strong movement. And that arm and leg in sync with each other. Lovely. Let's just go for 2 more here. Last one. Just going to hold it out for a moment. I'm just going to finish that off with some pulses. So just lifting an inch and lowering an inch. Really squeezing through the glute here. Working deep into the shoulder. Squeezing the core still. We got 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good job. Slowly lower yourself down onto your bellies. And we'll work in a prone position for the moment before going on to the other side. So we're going to start by bringing our hands next to our chest here. Want feet just slightly wider than hip distance apart. Initiating that core, so squeezing through that core, lifting it off the mat here, really help to protect our lower spine. So we're going to just start by bringing our hands beside us. Take a nice big inhale, just slowly lifting that upper body off the mat, keeping the head in line with the spine, and then just gently dropping back down. So just taking a few baby cobras here, just lifting and lowering back down, just really warming into that lower back. Just taking this all at your own pace. Good. Let's take 2 more here, getting slightly higher each time. Last one, holding it wherever feels comfortable for you, making sure those shoulders are rolled back and down. Just take a moment at the top, take a nice big inhale, and exhale, let it all go. Good job. That lower back should be feeling nice and warm now. So we're going to bring one hand on top of the other. We're going to connect our foreheads to our hands, really trying to relax the legs and the glutes at this point. So we really want the work to be coming from our lower back. So we're going to place that forehead on the mat, and we're going to take some upper back lifts. So take a nice big inhale, engage through the core, and then we're just going to lift and lower back down. So really squeezing through that lower back, keeping those legs connected to the mat here. We're lifting and lowering. So really keeping that head in line with the spine. Lovely. Good. It's really important to be squeezing that core still to really help protect those lower backs. Let's go for 4 more like this. We got 2 more. The last one. And relax it down. Good job. So you can either keep the hands here, jot the head to one side, or you can always bring them by the side of your body, whatever's most comfortable for you. I'm going to take the same motion, but with the legs now. So we'll start with single leg. So just lifting one leg at a time and dropping it back down. I really want you to work on keeping those hips nice and parallel here. So keeping them connected to the mat, really working through that front hip flexor to help lift that leg, as well as squeezing those glutes and squeezing those hamstrings. So let's just take one more single leg and then introducing a double leg. So just lifting both legs up and lowering back down. So still squeezing through the core here. Really want to try and lift those legs both at the same time and to the same height. So really trying to concentrate the mind here, using your breath. Keep going here. We got 2 more like this. Last one, holding it up now. We're just going to open and close. So opening into a starfish position here and coming back to center. Really squeezing those legs, squeezing those thighs as you zip them back up. Lovely, ladies, they should be burning now. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, last one, and relax. Good job. I'm going to work on coordinating both of those movements now, so we're going to extend those arms out in front, starting in that nice strong parallel position, squeezing through the core. We're going to lift the arms and legs, we're going to open them into a star, come back to center and lower back down. So we inhale to lift, exhale to open, inhale to center, and exhale to come back down. So testing our coordination here, as well as our strength. Good. This is really difficult exercise here. So keep up the good work. Let's go for 4 more here. Lifting slightly higher each time. We got 2 more. The last one, taking a moment, lifting slightly higher, holding it there, squeezing, extending through the fingers, extending through the toes, and relax it back in. Good job. Giving the lower back a little bit of a rest now. We're going to extend those arms out in front. We want forehead connected to the mat here. So we're going to just lift those arms up, and we're just going to simply circle them round to our sides and then circle them back. So working through the shoulders here, but really extending through those triceps as you bring those arms beside you. So really working and lifting them, keeping them a few inches off the mat. Good. Let's keep going here. We got 4 more. 3 more. Keep breathing. Last one, holding them beside you, flipping those palms to the ceiling, and just finishing it off with some pulses here. They should be really starting to feel heavy now, really squeezing through those triceps. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good job. Take a moment. Push yourself back to that lovely child pose, really reaching those arms away. Close your eyes for a moment and just breathe into the stretch. I just want you to think about on every inhale, just lengthening that body a little bit more, and on every exhale, just really trying to relax a little bit deeper into that stretch. When you're ready, slowly bring yourself up into that all fours position. And we have to take that leg sequence all on the other side. So you know what's coming for you now. So a little posture check before we start, squeezing through the core, hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. We're going to extend that left leg out and starting with those leg lifts. So keeping those hips square, squeezing through the hamstring, squeezing through the glute. You know what you're doing. Good. Keeping the core nice and controlled here. Lovely work. Let's go for 4 more. Keep that nice flat back. The last one, holding it up, flexing that foot, and we'll take those hamstring curls. Really squeezing that heel into that bum, keeping that leg nice and high. Good, these are a real burner here. Let's keep going, breathing through it. Let's go for 4 more. 3, 2, the last one, finishing it off with those pulses now. So we're squeezing in that underneath glute. Taking those donkey kicks, really kicking somebody out of the way. Keep going, breathing through it. My bum is burning. I hope yours are too. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good job. Take a quick stretch. Nice big deep breath. And when you're ready, coming back up, we'll go into those press ups. So checking our posture, extending that leg away. We lift as we lower. So lowering the upper body as that leg lifts. Squeezing through the glute, working into the hamstrings, working deep into those chest muscles. Lovely. So we're inhaling to lower and exhale to come back up. So we're going to keep going here, ladies. Let's go for 4 more. 3. Really working into that upper body. Last one. and relax. Good job. Let's quickly get it done. Let's go straight into that bird dogs. Extending that left leg and that right arm. We're lifting and coming back to center. It's really working for that movement, coming back from that core. Really working as one here. Good. Keep up the good work, ladies. Almost at our standing phase now. Take a few more here. We got 4 more. Breathing through it, squeezing through that core. You know what we're doing now. We're finishing it off with those lovely pulses. Keep going here, really burning into that glute, burning into that shoulder. We got 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good job. Take a moment, sit back on your bums. Just flex one head down, just slowly apply pressure. Gently applying that pressure on to the other fingers. Just stretching out the wrist a little here. And taking it on the other side. Oh, the body's burning already. Give them a little shake, whatever feels good for you. Gently curl the toes under. Pushing the bum up towards the ceiling here. Really want to aim that chest towards our legs. Just gently paddling out those feet in this downward dog position. Just loosening into those hamstrings. And when you're ready, just finding wherever's comfortable for you. So really squeezing that core still. Aiming for those heels on the ground. Aiming for the chest towards the legs. And just breathing into this. Really deep breaths here to really trying to relax that body a little bit deeper into the stretch. And when you're ready, slowly walking those hands towards your legs. Nice soft bend in the knees. Just place opposite hand and opposite elbow. Just gently swing out side to side. You should feel really nice on that lower back after working it so hard. Releasing any tension here. And when you're ready, using the strength of your abs, rolling vertebrae by vertebrae up to a standing position, with the head being the last thing to lift. Good job. Just shake it out, whatever feels good for you. And if you'd like to, we will grab our lovely resistant bands now. So we're going to start with some lovely squats today. So we want to place our band an inch or 2 above our legs, and depending on how hard we work. So the higher you bring it, the easier it will be. If you want a slightly tougher workout, just bring it about an inch above the legs. So we're going to take those feet slightly wider than hip distance apart here. So when we're squatting, we really want to think about lowering, backing down into that chest. We're aiming for that nice strong line through our body, squeezing through the core, and we're pulling up using the strength of our hamstrings, squeezing our glutes to the top. So we're taking the weight backwards. We're going to inhale to lower and exhale to rise. So really trying to get deep into those legs. We do not want those knees going over those toes. So really just taking this at your own level. Pushing against those resistant bands here, keeping those knees out. Good, ladies, really working deep into the thighs now. Let's keep going here. Lovely work. Those booties are going to be burning today. Let's take 4 more. We got 2 more. Oh, and you know what we're finishing with here? Holding it down, and we're just going to pulse it out. Lifting and lowering here, really burning into those glutes now. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and pulling yourself back up to standing. Good work. They're always quite tough. those squats. So we're just going to test our balance a little bit, working on our posture here. So we really want to think about lifting up through that crown of the head, really squeezing through that core. When we balance, we really want to focus on something nice and still to really just help position our body and get us going. So when you're ready, take a nice big inhale, rising up onto the toes, and then just gently lowering back down. So we inhale to lift, and exhale to lower back down. So really using that strength of the core, finding that balance at the top, and slowly lowering. So really want to spread all 5 toes here. Lovely. And introducing some arms. So we're lifting those arms above head, reaching nice and tall at the top, and gently coming back down. Good. Lovely stuff. So really finding that focus in the mind to help us. We got one more like this. Holding it at the moment at the top. Have a little competition between yourself. Who can hold for the longest? Reaching nice and tall. And coming back down. Good job. Shake the legs out a little bit. So we're going to come to the sides of our mats now, working deep into those outer glutes. I know this is some people's favourites. So we're dropping into that squat position. We're staying nice and low, simply stepping side to side here. So just really working on pushing against that resistance, staying really nice and low. So really want you to feel like there's a wall above you and you cannot stand up any taller. So we're just walking from side to side, pushing against that resistance band. Lovely, let's keep going here. We got a few more. Let's take 2 more to each direction. My legs are burning. Keep going here. 1 more. And relax, good job. Shake it out, those glutes should be feeling lovely and activated right now. So we're going to come up to the top of our mat. We're going to work on a slight lunge variation here. Really working into our balance as well. So just find that focus, find that nice strong posture. I'm going to transfer the weight onto our left leg. So I'm going to keep a nice soft bend in that left leg. Taking that right leg behind us. And we're simply pushing against that resistance, squeezing through that hamstring, squeezing through that glute, and coming back to center. So we're kicking away here, really working against that resistance of the band, but once again, staying nice and low in this position here. So really deep into that supporting leg, really firing into that left glute. Good. Let's keep going here. We got 4 more. 3, take 2 more, last one, and relax for a moment, shake it out, come straight back down into the left leg. We're taking the same motion, but out to the side here. So we're out and back into center. So again, pushing against that resistance band, staying nice and low in that leg. Good, we can keep it here, or we can take it up a notch. Just lifting that foot off the ground the whole time here. Really got to find that concentration. Really got to find that balance. We got 2 more, ladies. Lovely work. And shake it out. Great work. And of course, we've got to do that on the other side. So coming to the tops of your mats again. Finding that nice balance on that right side of the body. Nice soft bend in the knee. Squeezing through that center. And when you're ready, we'll start those kickbacks. Good. You'll be pleased to know this is the last exercises with the band when we're standing. Good. So keep going here. Staying nice and low. Breathing through it. We've got 4 more. 3. 2 more. Last one. And taking it straight out to that side, keeping nice and low. My legs are firing now. Good, and keeping that at this level, or we're taking it off the ground. Good, so really burning into the outer thigh. Find that lovely strong balance. We got 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Slide the bands off. Place them to the side. Shake the legs out a little bit. We'll be sure to stretch them out in a moment. But before we do so, we're going to take some pliés in a second position here. So we want our feet at a 45-degree angle, really turning out from those hips. When we take these nice strong pliés, we really want to think about sliding down in between 2 walls here. So taking that weight through the center of the body, really using the strength of those inner thighs to pull us back up to standing. So when you're ready, ladies, finding that strong position, we're going to inhale to lower and exhale to rise. So the knees will go slightly over the toes here, but I really want you to work on keeping them back. So we inhale to lower and exhale to rise up, squeezing those inner thighs at the top. Lovely. Keeping those arms to shoulder height here. We got 4 more here. Breathing through it. Those hearts should be up now. The last one. Keeping it low. Placing those hands above the head. And we're just crunching from side to side here. So we exhale to crunch, squeezing those obliques to bring us back to the top. So taking it nice and slow here to really get deep into those muscles and really make sure we're working. Good, ladies, those legs should be burning. Let's take 1 more to each side and relax. Good job. Place those feet forward. Nice big inhale, stretch the arms overhead. And exhale, relaxing over the legs here. Just take whatever feels good for you. You can wiggle the hips out at the top. If that feels nice, just take a moment to catch your breath back. And when you're ready, slowly rolling all the way up to standing. And we'll come to the back of our mats. When you're ready, take a nice big inhale, lifting the arms above head. And exhale, rolling all the way down. Gently walking out. And we'll come on to laying on to our right sides. So option here to use your resistance bands. So once again, we're going to place it just above our knees, so a couple of inches off of our knees. So when we're working on our sides, we're engaging that underneath muscle here. So we're really working on pulling that oblique up at all times. So really squeezing through that core. We want hips stacked upon each other and take those feet slightly in front of us just so that we can see them in our peripheral vision. Top hand in front just to help support our balance. And when you're ready, we exhale to lift and inhale to lower. So really pushing against that resistance of the band. Really want to find that stillness in the rest of the body here. Lovely. So keep going here for just a few more. Nice work. And if you want to challenge your balance a little bit, you can always extend that top hand towards the ceiling. Really working a little bit deeper into the core here. Nice. Let's go for 4 more. Breathing through it to still. Last one. Placing that hand back down. And let's finish it off with those pulses. So just lifting and lowering that leg. Should be firing in that side of that leg right now, and side of that glute. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Drop them back down. I'm going to bring those knees towards the front of the mat, coming up onto our elbow here. Just one elbow underneath shoulder, hand firmly planted on the ground, lifting. It's so easy to sag down here, so really want to make sure that we're lifting, engaging through that side muscle. Bring top hand on just top of our hip, And we're just opening up into those clamshells and closing back down. So really squeezing through those glutes here to open and close that leg. So really opening up from this muscle here, working deep into that hip flexor, keeping nice and lifted. It might help to reach that hand towards the ceiling to really make sure you're activating into those side muscles. Good. Let's take 2 more here. Last one. And relax. Good job. Bring yourself up to seating. And we'll take those banded exercises on the other side here. So going straight into it today. We want to find a nice strong posture before we start. And when we're ready, we'll take those leg lifts. So we're lifting and lowering back down. So really working into the outer glutes here. Don't you worry, we've got some inner thigh exercises coming up. We won't be missing those ones out today. Keep going for a few more moments. Really pushing against that resistance. Let's test our balance here. So really activating into that side muscle. Lovely work. Let's take 4 more here. We've got 2 more. Last one. And finishing it off with those pulses. I almost did forget. Never gonna forget. Let's keep going here. We got 4, 3, 2, and relax. Good job. Give those bums a little rub. And when you're ready, bring yourself back up to a seated position. Elbow underneath shoulder, hand firmly planted on the mat. Coming into those clamshells, lifting out the side, and we open and close. So it's quite a small movement with the resistance band on, but really working deep into those glutes, really activating those muscles, as well as strengthening into those hip flexors. Good, ladies. Keep it up here. Let's go for 4 more. 3. We've got 2 more. Last one. And relax. Good job. We can shake and take those bands off. Put them to the side. We will not be needing them for the remainder of the class. So when you're ready, come in to swing yourselves around onto your bums now. So we're going to start in a seated position here. We've got feet firmly planted on the mat, sitting up really nice and tall. We're going to place those hands on the back of our thighs just to help support us a little bit. So we're going to start with some C curves. So take a nice big inhale to prepare, and exhale, curving through that spine, scooping up that belly, and pulling ourselves all the way up to that seated position. So we're just really starting to work on really getting deep into those core muscles here. So we're lowering and coming back up. Lovely. It's getting slightly lower each time. And you can test your strength a little bit by extending those arms. So really working on squeezing that core to bring yourself back up to that lovely seated position here. Good. Really squeezing that belly in. Let's take 1 more here. Staying low in that curved position, and we're just reaching from side to side here. So working into some Russian twists here, really twisting that body. We exhale to twist. Really working into those obliques, going slightly lower. We got 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Roll yourself all the way down to the mat and come into a lying position. So we're going to start with our legs bent up here. One hands either side of the mat just to help support us. We're going to be working into our lower abs a little bit. So when we're working into our lower abs, we really want to work on keeping that lower back connected to the mat. So important to help protect our spine and really make sure that we're activating into those lower abs. So when you're ready, take a nice big inhale, squeezing the core. We just lift one leg at a time to a tabletop position. So on this 90-degree angle, switching on those core muscles, and we'll just start with some toe taps. So we're lowering and bringing back to center. So we exhale to lower and inhale to pull back in. So we're really squeezing that core muscle to drop those legs, squeezing a little bit more to bring back in. So really just taking it nice and slow here to really activate deep into those muscles and work them slightly harder. Good. Let's just take one more like this on each side. And challenging our coordination once again. Taking those arms up towards the ceiling. We're just going to drop opposite arm to leg. Bring them back to center at the same time here. So once again, really working on that movement, coming from that core center. Good. Keep breathing here. Lovely work. Let's take two more on each side. Those lower abs should be burning now. Last ones. And relax. Hug those knees in for a moment. Squeeze them into your chest. Just gently rock side to side, just releasing any tension on the back. Lovely work. So we'll bring those legs back on to the mat now. We're going to interlace our hands above our head, and we're just going to simply take some crunches. We're keeping those elbows nice and wide here. Inhale to prepare, and exhale, crunch to bring the upper body off the mat and gently lower. So we're looking in between our thighs here, really squeezing deep into those core muscles. Good. So keep going here for a few more before we introduce a little combo. So we've got two more like this. Last one. We're going to lift, we're going to twist. Back to center, twist, back to center, lower. So working into those obliques as well as those upper abs here. Good. Really reaching that opposite hand towards the opposite knee. Getting slightly higher each time. Really burning deep into those core muscles. Good. We got two more combos. Keep going. Last ones. And relax. Good job. Just stretch those arms overhead. Really take a nice big inhale. Stretch everything away from you. And exhale. Relax it back down. Taking one more like this. Really reaching away from you. And relaxing it back down. Lovely work. So we're just going to finish off that little core sequence. So we're going to bring our legs into a bent position here. Again, hands beside us just to help support. And when you're ready, bring those legs back to a tabletop position. Flexing those feet. We're going to push away here. So really want you to feel like you're pushing against something. We're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4 crisscrosses at the top and squeeze those legs back into center. So we're really pushing somebody away from you here. Crossing it at the top. Squeezing those lower abs and coming back in. So really keeping that lower back connected to the mat here. Really working deep into those muscles. You take those legs slightly lower if you want a little bit more of a challenge. Good. Let's just go for 2 more like this. Last one. And we're going to finish it off with some little flutter kicks now. So just fluttering away, just working deep into those lower abs, We can keep it here, or we can rise that upper body as well, crunching up, reaching those hands away from us. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and hug those knees in. Relax for a moment. Oh, core work is hard work. And when you're ready, just rolling back on to the side of your body. Actually start in a bent up position here. So again, we want elbow underneath shoulder, hand firmly planted on the mat. We're going to rock our weight backwards. So we're bending this top leg up, placing it firmly on the mat, about in line with our thigh here, extending the underneath leg, but still lifting out of that core. So we're just lifting that lower leg and dropping back down, really working from our inner thighs here. So we lift and lower, working deep into those hip flexors as well, squeezing that core still. Let's go. We got 4, 3, 2, 1, and just taking little tiny circles here, really burning deep into those muscles now. Keep breathing and reverse the circle, holding it nice and high still. Those inner thighs should be shaking. And relax, good job. Bringing those knees in line with the body now. Again, elbow underneath shoulder. We're going to just take some side plank variations. Take a nice big inhale, lifting those hips up towards the ceiling and gently coming back down. So really working deep into those side muscles here. Good. So we can either keep it like this, or we can extend those legs out here, lifting in to a full side plank variation. Good, just take it at your own pace, whatever feels good for you. Lovely, we've got 2 more. The last one, holding it up at the top here, lifting slightly higher. Let's go for 10. Breathing through it. Good work. We got 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good job. Before we go on to the other side, let's just come on to our backs and do a couple of shoulder bridges. Shoulder bridge is one of my favourite exercises for our glutes. So on heels close into the bum, hands beside us, really making sure those shoulders are imprinted on the ground to stabilise us, squeezing through the core. Take a nice big inhale, lifting those hips above to the ceiling, squeezing through those glutes and gently lowering back down. So really engaging through those hamstrings and those glutes, that nice long line through our body at the top and then lowering back down. So we're just going to keep going here, just taking it in your own time, really getting deep into those glute muscles. Lovely. Let's go for 4 more like this. We got 2 more. Last one, holding those hips nice and high and extend those arms towards the ceiling. And we're just dropping them back and then bringing them parallel to our thighs. So really squeezing those glutes to keep the height. Lovely, can we lift slightly higher? Let's go for 4 more. We've got 3 more, keep going here, those legs should be burning. The last one, I'm going to be mean. Let's just take some pulses now. So just pulsing it up. Good job. Let's just go for 8 more. 5 more. 3, 2, 1. And relax. Good job. They are hard work. So well done. Slowly bring yourself up to a seated position. Swing the legs round. And we'll come on to those side exercises on the other side. So dropping that weight backwards, top leg in a nice bent position here, lifting out of those centres, and we'll just start by taking those leg lifts. So lifting and lowering, Really squeezing through that inner thigh here. Lovely. Good job. God, that inner thigh is burning already. Those legs are probably feeling slightly heavier after the shoulder bridges. And let's just take it into those circles now. And the hard work is nearly over, so keep going. Just a few more exercises to go. Just taking the circle the other way now. And relax it back down, good job. Finishing off with those side planks here. So bringing those legs in line with the body, elbow underneath shoulder, hand bone planted on the mat, and we're lifting those hips up towards the sky, squeezing through the side of the body, and coming back down. So really working deep into those muscles here. So we lift, and we lower back down. Good job. Keep it at that level. We can extend those legs up, lifting up into a full side plank variation. Good job. We got 2 more. Last one. Holding it up here for a moment. Let's go for 10. Breathing still. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good job. So, final exercise to finish today's class. We've all worked so hard, so we're going to finish it off with a bang. Coming down onto those elbows, take those knees slightly behind the hips, rocking that weight forward. You can keep at this plank variation, or you can put those toes, straightening those legs, really making sure we have that nice long line through our body here, squeezing through the glutes. Just going to hold it here for a few moments, really squeezing through that centre. We're going to keep going here for a little longer, really just finishing off the entire body. My body is starting to shake. Keep breathing here. You've worked so hard, don't give up now. Lovely work. Let's just go for 10 seconds more. 3, 2, 1, and relax back down. Good job. Push yourself back into that child's pose, and let's have a nice little stretch. Closing the eyes. Just take a moment to just calm that breath down. And just gently walking the hands towards the right side here. Just taking a slightly deeper stretch. And walking them slowly back to centre. And reaching out to the other side. Just really just focusing on your breath here. Really trying to help it guide you through these stretches. Slowly coming back to centre. Coming up onto the knees. Just taking that left leg forward. It's that nice lunge position here. Squeezing the glutes. Gently just rocking that weight forward. Just stretching through that hip flexor. Take the right hand overhead here, just getting a slightly deeper stretch all down the side of the body. And bring it back to centre. Just gently rocking that weight backwards now, keeping those hips nice and square, just folding over those hamstrings. Just really breathing it. They've worked so hard today, they're probably feeling a little bit tight. And gently release. And we'll take that on the other side. So when you're ready, take nice deep into that hip flexor stretch. Still squeezing your core. Never let it go in a Pilates class. And lifting the arm above head. Just taking it slightly deeper here. Just really listening to your own body. Just whatever's comfortable for you. And gently release. Rocking that weight backwards, folding over that hamstring. Just keeping those hips nice and square here. Gently release. Coming down into a seated position now. Extend those legs out in front of you. Take a nice big inhale, lifting the arms above head. And exhale, folding over those hamstrings here. So really just trying to relax that body deep into that stretch. Can you relax a little bit deeper? Slowly release. Bringing the right leg in a bent position now. Taking that leg over to the other side of the body. Lifting that left arm up towards the ceiling. I'm just going to take a nice spinal twist here. So looking in the direction that you're twisting. Still sitting up nice and tall. Just really opening up into that spine. And gently release. Taking that on the other side. Just really making sure you're sitting up nice and tall before you twist. Breathing into it. And gently release. Bringing the legs into a straddle position here now. So keeping those knees up towards the ceiling. Nice big inhale. And gently walk those hands forward. Just really opening up into those inner thighs and deep into those hips and glutes. Just really trying to relax the body down here. Core, mine are feeling very tight today. Just really trying to breathe and relax the mind into it. Slowly walking those hands to centre. Shaking those legs back in. Sitting in a cross-legged position. We'll just interlace those hands behind us. Lifting the heart towards the ceiling. Really opening up through the front of the body here. And then just contracting back, reaching the arms away from you. Stretching out that upper back. Bringing those hands back to a neutral position here. Sitting up nice and tall. Just close the eyes for a moment. Just taking nice big deep breaths. And when you're ready, nice big inhale, lifting the arms above head. And exhale, hands to centre. Thank you so much for taking part in today's class. I hope you enjoyed it and you feeling the burn as much as I did. Thank you very much. Take care.